Today is the 28th of September 2021. Buhari and Osinbajo are yet again on another killing spree, killing protesters for simply coming out to demand for their rights, as allowed in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Over the years, Buhari and Osinbajo have continuously attacked protesters, tear gas protesters, maimed protesters, killed protesters, and with nothing. In a matter of days, it will be 1 year that NSAS protesters were brutally killed by Buhari and Osinbajo. And yet again, they are killing. Even before then, they killed. They killed Shiites, they are still killing Shiites. They killed IPOB members, they are still killing IPOB members. They've killed protesters, they are still killing protesters. They are killing Nigerians. Why the terrorists are killing, Buhari and Osinbajo are also killing people. And citizens are sitting down doing nothing. You think it will not be your turn because you pray. You have malams, you have pastors, you have DBS, you have babalawos, you have bokas that are praying for you. You think it won't be your turn. You think the people that it has happened to, they don't have people praying for them, or they don't pray? God will not do for us what he has given us the capacity to do for ourselves. The capacity to fight for ourselves, God has given us that. The capacity to ensure the kind of leaders that come and rule in our nation, that lead our nation, God has given us that. The capacity to have a good life in Nigeria, God has given us that. The capacity to use our heads and do the needful, God has given us that. The capacity to make our empathy to be very cheap, so that when something happens to other people, we come out and make demand as if it is us that it happened to, so that we will be less likely to be victims. God has given us that capacity. And as long as we do nothing, we sit down, we keep praying, we stay at home because, oh, some people say to us we should only focus on our prosperity, our own personal miracle. Other people say to us, oh, we should leave whatever is happening now and focus on the hereafter. When we get to the hereafter, that will be where we get our place. We listen to that and do nothing. Guess what? God will not do for us what he has given us the capacity to do for ourselves. Somebody else is crying today. Somebody else will cry today. When will it be your turn? You said, God forbid? Yeah. The last person also said, God forbid. But it didn't stop it becoming their portion. The victim card I've continuously said is going around in Nigeria. Being a victim is no longer a matter of if. It is a matter of when. It is Turn by Turn Nigeria Limited. Who is next? Those who have been killed will not be killed again. The next to be killed are those of us that are alive. Yesterday's survivors, yesterday's victims, they were once survivors. Today's victims, they were yesterday's survivors. And tomorrow's victims would be today's survivors. The question is always, who is next? I've been saying this thing since 2014. Who is next? A lot of people have become next. We might be the next ones that are next. And that is the reason that when you see all of these atrocities, you come out and you speak. You come out and you make demands. You don't stay at home. And even if you stay at home, when you see other people making demands, you don't attack them. A lot of you were attacking NSAS protesters. You said you had businesses that they were stopping. Some of you have had to close your businesses while you treated your loved ones in the hospital or while you buried your loved ones. That was the pain that the NSAS protesters did not want you to go through, because they were victims. They knew how painful it was. They knew how it hurt them. Some of them were the ones who were direct victims. Some of them, it was their loved ones that were victims, and they didn't want you to go through that. But because you have expensive empathy, you have to feel it before it happens to you. May God save us from us, in the words of Gemba Kakanda. And let me tell you something, as long as we do nothing, becoming a victim becomes more of a reality. Who is next?